Okay, so it seems to me like the overall consensus is that the generation born between 1998 and 2007, otherwise known as Gen Z, has grown up in a time that doesn't allow us to fully become the people that prior generations thought we would be. Our generation has grown up in such a weird time that it's forced us to grow up much differently than previous generations. The rapid rise of the internet was a big one that's had a stranglehold on us, paired with most of us realizing that going to school and getting a degree and climbing the corporate ladder just doesn't hold as much value as it used to. What was once a safe option for people like our parents and grandparents has become a tiresome loop that gets you almost nowhere except a heaping pile of student loan debt and a job title. It used to be that if you stayed at a company long enough, you'd be able to make something of yourself and buy a home to raise a family in. For instance, my grandpa had worked at a grocery store for his entire adult life and was able to buy himself a house in the mid-80s, which he still owns today. The concept of that is just absolutely wild to me. I mean, I couldn't even fathom that being something that could happen in today's world. It's stories like that make me truly take a step back and see the current world through a different lens. One thing that I hear a lot of older people say is that young people just don't want to work for anything. They want it all handed to them. To keep it 100% with y'all, that is true in some cases, though I can confidently say that 99% of us just want to find a job that we actually enjoy that allows us to make something of ourselves. I feel like most of us have wisened up and come to realize that staying at one job for your whole life doesn't have the same effect that it used to have for people in prior generations. However, with that being said, I also have seen a few people who truly just refuse to get a job and want to be coddled through life. Unfortunately, these are the people that the previous generations pick out and set as their example for our entire generation. It's people like that that blind older generations to the true hustle that our generation has. I know a lot more people in my age range that are out achieving big milestones in life and attempting to create their own businesses without a degree than what I've seen from previous generations. I think the major difference is that our generation wants to do things our way and not get stuck working under someone for their entire life. I'd say we're a lot more independent and don't live with a safety net to fall back on. It's kind of full steam ahead until you make it or don't. I don't want to forget to bring up the internet and its effects on our generation. Growing up with the internet, I feel like it's been a curse and a blessing in many ways. On one hand, we have an unlimited source of knowledge at our fingertips, but within that landscape, this false version of life has been made. By that, I specifically mean the depressive nature of social media. With the rise of the internet came the explosion of social media sites, which have created this false highlight reel for people to post about. This has caused our generation, which is notoriously chronically online, to be in this constant state of comparison. I've met a few people in my life who have been misguided to feel the need to own a ton of materialistic shit and drive the nicest cars. Which, don't get me wrong, that shit's cool. However, enjoy it in moderation. So don't let how celebrities or people you went to school with are living take effect on your wallet. We live in a fast fashion materialistic world that has this way of robbing our wallets and keeping us broke. I encourage everyone watching this video to quit buying into hype and instead buy quality goods that will last years, if not decades. I promise this will help in the long run with saving money. Sorry I got a bit off topic there, but that falls into this video's whole concept. To get back on track, I feel like I need to say that not everyone has this false illusion. Many of us just want to be able to work a job that we enjoy, make enough money to own a house, and take vacations, as well as not be stuck working 12-hour shifts 5 days a week just to still be broke by the end of the month. Rent prices and grocery prices have also been at an all-time high for what seems like the last decade, only to get bested by each passing year. I'll say personally, when I go into a grocery store and grab 10 to 15 items, and the prices come out to be $80+, that's insane to me. Before anyone says it, no, I'm not buying crazy shit. I'm talking the essentials like food and toiletries. I remember back when I was a kid and my mom was on food stamps, she didn't get much, but she was able to make that last a long time while cooking good meals for her and I, and still keeping extra food in the house. I couldn't imagine trying to live off what she supported us on when I was younger. It's a completely different time that we've grown up in, where we have to pay a premium for essentials. Well, anyway, that's gonna be a wrap on today's video. I know I was a bit here and there on the topics, but I wanted to make sure I hit multiple points without boring the hell out of you guys. Kind of summarize my view on our generation, it's not that we're lazy and don't want to work, it's that the ones who are actively out trying to make something of themselves get overlooked and underestimated by previous generations. All the while, the world around us is becoming wildly expensive, which makes us have to spend an exuberant amount to survive. Anyway, this was just a topic that I wanted to kind of rant about and get my feelings out there. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date on future content. If you stuck around to the end, make sure to leave a comment expressing your opinion on the video's subject. As always, I hope you guys have a good one. Peace.